first guest today was born and raised in Tacoma, the Hilltop neighborhood, and was elected to the City Council back in 2023. Wow, representing District 3. Please join me to get back on the comfy couch. Council Member Jamika Scott. Hello, my dear.
Hello, thanks for having me.
It's been a while since we had you. Last time you were here on Cityline was August 15th, 2024. So what have you been up to, my dear?
All kinds of fun stuff serving the city of Tacoma.
You have been.
Yes.
So you were instrumental in Porch Fest, and we have a video we're going to show. Tell us about how you got involved and why you were so excited about this.
Well, I originally got involved in Porch Fest as just somebody who lives in the central Tacoma area, and I loved it so much. It's quickly became one of my favorite activities that happen in the summertime here in Tacoma. And this year I got to help out by sponsoring a council contingency fund request for them to make sure that they had enough funds to pay all of the wonderful artists and porch hosts and all the people who make it such a great event, and it's growing. It was even, it was 2 days this year, and it was on both sides of 6th Ave. So
you know, and we had them on the show, and the growth from the first year to this year, unbelievable.
Yes.
What I saw. So thank you for having your eyes out to make those artists get paid, because there is no such thing as free art.
No.
Speaking of free art, you are a co-sponsor of some new legislation coming forward regarding Tacoma Creates, which, if you don't know what Tacoma Creates is, wow, Tacoma Creates is the safety net for many of our arts organizations. So what are you working on?
So we are working on reauthorization of Tacoma Creates. Because it passed with such high numbers, it gives us the opportunity to reauthorize it through councilmanic action, which is awesome. And so we looked at some updates. Some of them are just, aesthetic updates to the code, the language, clearing up some things. But we have an opportunity to present one of our proposed updates is a update that allows people to access some funds for capital, not just buying a building, but also potentially being able to, if you have to get kids to and from, and maybe the buses aren't working or running at the right time, you can maybe apply to help get like a 15-passenger van, or if you need a new dance floor. These are funds that you can access that won't compromise the programming dollars that you receive. So
all right, Lydia, there's a conversation here for you to be having. Yeah, I saw her. She was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, so it gives you that opportunity where you don't have to choose between vital updates or programming, so it helps kind of ease
once
that
again,
load a
you're
bit.
watching out for the little person.
We're doing our best, and it's not just me. I have some wonderful co-sponsors with Deputy Mayor Daniels, Mayor Wooders, as well as Councilmember Walker.
I love that. You have always been a champion for youth in our city. Tell us about the youth prevention town hall you held, and why does this mean so much to you?
Well, I grew up here in the Hilltop, and the Hilltop is, for me, it's always been a lovely place. I've always felt comfortable around here, but I know that there have just been times where there's lots of violence there, and that it's not just specific to the Hilltop. Obviously, it impacts our whole city. But just as a kid who grew up here with so many loving neighbors and community members who helped fill in the gaps, as my mom was a single mom and working really hard, so she couldn't always keep an eye on us.
Go mom.
It was good for me, but I'm sure it was also like, it eased a lot of her worries knowing that I couldn't go too far without somebody saying, does your mom know where you are?
Yeah, or ready, where is your mom?
Yeah.
You knew you were in trouble then. Yes.
So yeah, this youth violence prevention town hall I did with Deputy Mayor Daniels as well. Like, it was just, both of us really care about making sure that youth have places to go that are safe. They have people to go to that are safe. They have opportunities to thrive and grow and remain children for as long as they can, because as you get older, feels like it's a lot when you're a kid that you have all this time, but as you get older, you know how important that time is and how quickly it goes by. And so just wanting to keep them safe and really get community members activated into knowing, whether you have kids or not, what you can do to support all of the other efforts that are going on in the city to keep youth safe.
What you have said, I mean, it is, children need to have basic needs met, But the other thing about having that childhood, that is huge, because there's so much to learn. And for people who their childhood is taken away from them because of things that just happen in life, thank gosh there are people like you looking out for those little people who didn't get a chance to play.
Yeah, and I'm just really happy that we also have just a lot of, I got the opportunity to sit on our BRAVE committee as well, which is the Building Resilience against Youth Violence and Exploitation. And so a lot of that work goes into just making sure that we are doing our best to support providers who do that direct work with youth as well.
Yeah. Let's talk about Pothole Palooza. That needs to be a T-shirt.
Honestly, it does.
So I hope we're going to get T-shirts. So what is it and when is it happening?
So the dates aren't completely set, but it will happen in late September, early October. I don't know if you can see there is a photo, I think that might pop up, but there's
there it is.
Phil the Pothole, which is the little mascot. His name is Phil. He's a little purple monster who is all about filling potholes, but it's a really awesome opportunity. And so obviously, you know, we have sometimes our roads need to be maintained and repaired, and this is one of those times where Public Works is doing that work all the time, but Pothole Palooza is that time where they really go out, they identify some arterials, some side streets that really need that love, and they get at it.
Some of those axle breakers that we all go, oh, when we go over, it's, ow. Let's talk about, gosh, we are almost out of time. I want to talk about the advocacy for libraries, because when we think about youth reading in the summertime. Why is that so important to you?
I mean, youth reading in the summertime is one thing. Just, you know, you want to make sure I think they call it the summer slides. So you want to make sure that kids, one, aren't falling behind and they're really continuing to build on what they've learned throughout the school year. But the other thing is that our libraries have really become a key piece of just support. You know, we think about when it comes to, you know, the police department, the fire department, the Hope team, and things like that. The library is essential as well. They have resources, they have hotspots and books, but they also have a social worker in there. They're a cooling center, they're a warming center. It's also where our community court takes place. So there's a lot of things that our library provides that are just really key to the thrivability of any community. And so I've always found great refuge there, but I've always wanted to be able to support it in however I can.
And you do. Let's, in this last, I guess, 40 seconds here, what are you looking forward to in this next month as you work on the City Council?
We have a lot of stuff coming up. We're obviously still working on getting the Tacoma Creates reauthorization through to a vote. But also, you know, we're looking at our budget. We're coming up on mid-mod. It's really important to make sure that as we're dealing with our deficit here, that we're doing our best to figure out how we can maintain our vital services and but also still do a lot of the things that people have come to expect and love that we do as the city. So those are kind of two of my big focuses right now. But since we don't have much time, I won't keep going, but there's a lot of other stuff as well.
I want to have you back on sooner than later. We can't wait for a year to have you back on.
No, it needs to be sooner than a year next.
Yeah, that is just unacceptable. So Council Member Scott, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you,
today.
Amanda.
And we'll talk more about that Scott Teeny later on.
Yes, we'll do it.
We have much more to come on Cityline. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick break.